What's going on, guys? In the works, and you're probably like, Jake, where have you been for the past 5 days? It's been a long time since you've gone this long without posting a video. Well, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the last like 3 to 4, even 5 days that I'll get into a little bit here later on. But first, let's talk about this game, because this is some PKP TDM, but there's something special about it. There's actually a glitch in here. As you see my screen kind of go wonky, kind of looks like the VCR from the 90s auto tracking feature. Unfortunately, I don't have auto tracking on my PC, but this is a glitch that essentially, if you were watching this while you were playing, the only thing you would see is right as you die, your screen goes black. And it's actually a pretty common glitch now in Battlefield 3. It happens to people a lot, especially if you have a 90 field of view or you have anything above a 90 field of view. Now, there is a workaround for this, and this is why I'm showing you this footage. Among other reasons, because this is actually some pretty awesome footage. I get like 59 kills in like under 15 minutes, so it was actually a pretty good game on my end. But the fix for this is you go into your settings and you take your field of view down one notch. Then when you're done with that, you can take it back up to 90, but that will fix the glitch. And I know a lot of people have actually been experiencing this, and it was happening to me on my new PC, and I was like, oh, what did I do wrong here? Why is it doing this? But luckily, a quick little Google fix in between deaths in this match fixes it, and it only happens, I think, 2 more times in this match before I figure out how to fix it. But unfortunately, it does destroy one of the best clips in this entire video, which I will show you in its entirety. Unfortunately, like I said, the ending of it when I actually die gets kind of screwed up, but it's still a good clip nonetheless. But where the heck have I been? You know, usually I post a video at least once a day, you know, every other day at the minimum. But lately I've been slacking a lot. I got back on track for a while, but then this past weekend I was super busy with work leading up to the weekend. And then we actually got hit with a bunch of tornadoes in my area. We actually had 4 touchdown. I live around St. Louis. So all sorts of different crazy storm stuff was going on. We were out without power for a little while. You know, internet wasn't working to the fullest extent, so didn't really have a whole lot of ways to play Battlefield 3 and or upload. So I don't know what that guy was trying to do right there. So I was a little bit limited in my video creation, but I hope to be back on track for real this time. But I did get my PC built, and that was one of the things that was keeping me pretty busy, was finishing up the PC, and I have talked about that a little bit. So I've got that completely built. I'm going to be doing something with that in a video very soon, talking about the components of that PC, show you some of the tips for building a PC. I'm not going to walk you through each little step. Obviously, there's tons of those on the internet that you can find that shows you how to build. And this is a clip I was talking about right here. I get a lot of people before. Unfortunately, I get killed and my screen goes all wonky. But like I said, I think it only happens maybe one more time, then we get it fixed. But like I was saying, there are a ton of like walkthroughs that show you basically how to build a PC from step 1 to step 100, you know, because there are a lot of ins and outs of building a PC. But unfortunately for you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I learned from just building PCs in the past, kind of show you some of the components I chose, because I actually built a PC that I could probably make a profit on it if I sold it right now. Granted, I did get the graphics card for free, which, you know, is obviously a sizable advantage, but I was smart in the way I bought my components. You know, I bought components that were quality components, but they were also a good value. A lot of people were asking me why I was going to go with the i7 3770 versus the new 4770s, which just came out. And honestly, I got such a good deal on the processor. I got the processor plus $40 off any compatible motherboard. And the motherboards were already on sale, so when it was all said and done, I got a $150 motherboard for around 80 bucks. And sales like that are something that you just really have to hold out for. A lot of people will go into the PC game and they'll just rush right into it, and I'm like, okay, you know, here's my PC, I'm ready to build it, and they'll just buy all the components, you know, right at the same time, which is fine. I mean, if you want to build the PC, obviously you're going to go ahead and do that. But with me, you know, I buy my components over time. I start thinking about my build. You know, I start thinking, you know, what motherboard am I going to want? Obviously, I usually know what processor I'm going to want, so I kind of do it over a time. You know, I pick them up when they're on sale. Like, they had a bunch of Memorial Day sales a couple weeks back in the States. So there's tons of opportunities to pick up cheap components, and you know, that's one of the things I'm going to talk about in the video, and I'm kind of rambling on at this point. But that's the stuff that's been keeping me busy. You know, there's been tons of storms around here, knocked out my power for a while, which really kind of derailed me. I was too busy cleaning up our basement, which flooded from all the rain. And then after that, you know, I started building the PC, got that all complete. So I did work on some video content with the PC, so you guys can look forward to that. But this game right here, I am obviously using the PKP, and I needed to work on a couple of mastery quest weapons. I still have a couple weapons to finish up in the support class, and I was like, man, I haven't played in 6 days. I need to hop in TDM and warm up. So I hopped in this server, and for whatever reason, I was really just getting awesome moments. Like, there's like 3 or 4 different clips within this video. You'll probably notice it's like, man, that's a really awesome streak. And yeah, you know, I don't know what it was. I was just on my game. I guess not playing for a while kind of gave me the fresh take. I wasn't as cocky as I usually am, and I put myself in a lot of situations to just get some monster feeds, and it does help using the PKP with suppression, because once you hold down that trigger and they try to shoot at you, most likely you're going to win that battle. And the reasoning behind that is, you know, you're just suppressing the living daylights out of them. So this is a pretty awesome setup. I used to love the PKP back in the day, but you know, LMGs have been patched and changed so much. I feel like the PKP has kind of fallen behind where it used to be, because the M240 Bravo and even the M60, I kind of like both of those a little bit better, but PKP is a fun weapon to use. You know, it had its time in the sun back in the beta, back in the early days of Battlefield 3. But I think more people, if they're going to use an LMG that's a heavy hitter, a lot of times they go with the M240 Bravo. But like I mentioned, this game was absolutely ridiculous. I think in about 15 minutes, I ended up leading the team in kill-death ratio, because I did join this game late. I think the game only lasted 23 minutes, but I joined in late. Then you got to imagine that, you know, I spent probably 5 minutes of that trying to figure out how to fix that stupid glitch where I would go black screen when I died. So when it was all said and done, I had about 15 minutes of gameplay, and I had like almost 60 kills. So with I think I only died 4 times in this entire game. So I think taking a break from Battlefield 3 might have been in my best interest, because I got a lot of really good gameplays for you guys coming up throughout the week. So I'm really excited about that. And like I was saying, like, the PC turned out awesome. It's probably one of my best builds ever, if not my best build. It looks awesome. You know, if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen the case. I actually tweeted that out. The case is awesome. I got the liquid cooling installed. It's definitely a very attractive looking build, which is something I'm really proud about, because that was kind of my logic going into it. I do have a couple more upgrades I would like to do to it. I'd like to install some different fans to it with some different lighting, because I did use the default fans on the liquid cooling. I would like to swap those out for something that has some sort of lights or LEDs on it, just to make it look a little bit cooler. But I am really happy with the build. I am really excited to bring you guys the video on that. This is actually footage from my old PC on the 670, because I have been using both of them kind of in tandem. One of them is going to become my recording PC, the other is going to be my main PC. And it'll be awesome, because now we can live stream in like really high resolution, you know, really high frames per second. But this game is coming to a close. I know this was a little bit different than my normal video. I just wanted to update you guys on a bunch of different things, but look at that score. You know, I was actually proud of that, because I don't usually get these monster scores like that. So maybe taking a break is the secret to success on Battlefield 3. But if you're missing my past videos, here's a chance to catch up, especially if you didn't see them while I was on my absence, my little vacation, I guess you could say. So catch up on those, and I will see you guys later in the week. Peace.